saw her. She was small, blonde, and muscles rippled under her smooth, tawny skin. She hesitated, then waded through the waving plants to the edge of the plot and sat beside him. Sten was only slightly taller than Bet, with black hair and brooding black eyes. He was slender, but with the build of a trained acrobat.
"Thought you were asleep," she said.
"Couldn't." Bet and Sten sat in silence for a moment, except for the purrs of Moonin and Hugin, Bet's two big cats. Neither Bet nor Sten was particularly good at talking, especially about... "Thought maybe," Sten tried haltingly, "we should, try to figure out what's going on."
"Going wrong, you mean,"
Bet said softly. "I guess that pretty well is it," Sten said. Bet considered.
"I'm not sure. We've been together quite a while. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's this stupid operation. All we've done for a long time now is sit on this clottin' ship and play tech."
"And snarl at each other."
"Well, that too."
"Look, why don't we go back to my compartment and..." His voice trailed off. "Very romantic approach," his mind snapped at him. Bet hesitated, considering. Finally, she shook her head.
"No, I think I want things left alone until we get back. Maybe when we're on R&R, maybe then we'll go back to being like we were."
Sten sighed, then nodded. Perhaps Bet was right. Maybe it was best. And the intercom sang.
"If we aren't disturbing the young lovers, we seem to have a small problem in the control room."
"Like what, Ida?" Sten asked. The tigers were already up, ears erect, tails swimming gently.
"Like a clottin' great cruiser hauling up on us from the rear?"
Bet and Sten were on their feet, running for the control room. A relatively short man, about as wide as he was tall, scanned the display from the ship's Jane's fish and grunted. Alex was a heavy worlder, with steel beam-sized bones and super-dense muscles. And his accent, Scots because of the original settlers of his home world, was as thick as his body.
"Nobody ken the trouble I seen,"
he half-sung to himself as he glanced over the description of the ship that was pursuing them. Sten leaned over his shoulder and read aloud. 619.532, Assault Patrol Cruiser. Former Imperial Cruiser, Turnma, Karjala class. Dimensions 190 meters by 34. Clottin' chubby ship. Crew under Imperial Manning, 26 officers, 125 men.
4 of us plus 2 tigers against 151 troops,
Ida broke in. The Rom woman mused over the odds. She was as chubby as she was greedy. Ida had her fingers in every stock and futures market in the Empire.
"If anyone's taking bets, I'll give odds. Against us."
Sten ignored her and read on. Armament, 6 Goblin anti-ship launchers, storage 36 in reserve, 3 Vidal intercept missile launchers, storage 45 in reserve, 4 Lynx output laser systems, usual in-atmosphere AA capacity, single chain gun, single Bell-class assault laser, mounted unretractable turrets above A deck, well-armed little bastard. Okay, now, speed.
Kept my fingers linked,"
Alex murmured. "Clot," Sten said. "They can outrun us, too." It was Ida's turn to grunt.
"Clottin' computer, all it tells us is that we're swinging gently in the wind. Any data on who those stinking bad guys are?"
Sten didn't bother to answer her. "What's intercept time?" he snapped. Ida blanked the Jane's display and the screen relit. "At present speed, Turnma will be within weapons range in 2 ship seconds for Goblin launch. Contact will be made in..." Bet cut the readout.
"Who cares? I don't think those clowns want to shake our hands."
She turned to Sten.
"Any ideas, Lieutenant?"
Ida's board buzzed.
"Oh ho, they want to talk to us."
Her hand went to the comm switch. Sten stopped her. "Stall them." There was a reason for Sten's caution. The problem wasn't with the control room. The Cienfuegos was indeed an Imperial